Welcome, Carlos Espí. Real Madrid's new striker has already put on the training kit and trained this morning under Mourinho. As soon as the deal with Gonzalo was done, this operation was activated, which wasn't something that happened in just one afternoon. Real Madrid had already been studying it for some time in case Gonzalo left, and I think it's a great move, as I said in the last video. It's unfortunate that was our last video. We said things were about to happen, and just minutes after uploading, Madrid made it official. But anyway, in the last episode, I already said this was going to happen in a matter of hours, and that's exactly what happened. I think the first one to report on the matter was Ramon Alvarez de Mon, and then a lot of other people joined in. And as it happens with these sudden things, right? Just like what happened with Cucurella, Madrid is being very discreet, very secretive. Nobody finds out. But when everything breaks out and everything happens very quickly, everyone agrees. Well, indeed, it's an operation that was going to happen. With Rodri, everyone agrees that it's going to happen too, but for now, it hasn't happened yet. With Diomandé, it hasn't happened either, but now we'll reveal some key points that a lot of people are also agreeing on, and I think that's where things are headed. But first, let me say that Carlos Espí, well, keep leaving your thoughts in the comments about what you think of this guy after watching the highlights, the Madrid highlights, which basically come down to the 11 goals he scored between January and May of last season in La Liga. This guy, pretty much on his own, saved Levante if it weren't for his 11 goals. And Madrid even, as I said, already posted on their accounts how this guy performs. This could be another Carabao. Do you remember that guy Madrid signed back in the day? Or Aldana. Yeah, Aldana takes us way further back. Or Manolito Adebayor, who obviously already had a lot of experience in the Premier League. And that's when we brought him in that winter. A guy who was already more than proven, unlike Carlos Espí, who only played half a season with a team that was fighting not to get relegated. Well, he has shown that the kid is good, but it's not a signing like that one. But we make that connection because of Mourinho, right? Mourinho was looking for a striker like that, and hey, he got him. And there are people saying, no, that's why we already have Gonzalo. I think they're different. I think Gonzalo is more, besides being nicer to watch football-wise, in my opinion, he catches my eye a bit more. He's more fluid in his movements and all that, and more aesthetic. But that doesn't mean he's more or less effective. This guy has shown that he's effective. It's just that they're different. Even though Gonzalo is really good with headers, it's a different story when you have a guy who's 1.94 meters tall, even if he's not as good with headers. As for Gonzalo, he's more like Santillana because of his finishing style and, well, how this guy dominates. He gets on the end of everything. A guy that tall right there in the box. In fact, it's like he's a life insurance policy. When you're struggling in a match, when you need to break the deadlock, and Mourinho really likes that. He really does. He likes Gonzalo too, but this guy even more. So, yeah, he might make his debut in tomorrow's match against Fiorentina. Hey, first match, and he's not hiding from Real Madrid anymore. I mean, with Alcorcon and against Leganés, sure, he played the first 15 minutes, or I think it was the first half against Leganés, but not the second half. You can watch it in full on Real Madrid TV starting at 6 p.m. Spain time. We'll be there to watch it and, well, to start making our first guesses about what Mourinho's Real Madrid might be like, even though there are still a lot of people yet to join. And that's it. The kid can already play. Let's talk about Diomande because Fabrizio Romano is saying it, and Nanino, who usually has very good information too, says he's hearing the same thing and that this is indeed the case. Leipzig has asked Real Madrid for some time before announcing it because they want to finalize the replacement for their fans, for the German club's supporters. Well, it makes sense. I mean, of course, I said, hey, you won't finalize your replacement until another 2 weeks. Damn, that's not the way to do things, right? If they asked for that, he's likely close to signing someone, and ideally, the official announcement would be today. If not, it could be Monday or over the weekend. You get what I mean? And Mourinho is already eager to have this guy. It's just that, like we talked about a few days ago, if it had been made official, Diomande would have traveled and would already be arriving at Valdebebas. Maybe tomorrow we would have seen the guy against Fiorentina too, but look, here we are waiting for it to happen. But anyway, as for relaxing, they're already telling us to stay calm, that it's a done deal, and it's just a matter of the German club asking for more time. And what about Rodri? What Jose Felix Diaz said about Rodri really makes me laugh, man. It's like Fran Carrillo, a contributor to this channel and a friend, says, Jose Felix Diaz never loses. He never loses. When he, in the middle of summer, says, watch out for this player and so on, and then it doesn't happen, it's like, well, in the end, the negotiations fell through, of course, right? Well, now with the whole Rodrigo thing, he talks about a pause and says, well, what seemed like it was going to be resolved in just 24 hours, now it looks like they've given themselves a bit more time. Well, that's it. Well, there are always ways and narrative techniques so that you always come out on top if you're a journalist, if you work in the media. In this case, this gentleman is the director, so you don't make mistakes, right? No, it's just that they told me, and then it turns out that no, everything fell apart because of something. Well, that's it. Well, Rodri's situation will be dealt with in due time, but I think in this case, with the matter of the midfielder from Madrid, what happens, in my opinion, actually, this isn't information, it's just my opinion. I think what City also wants to do is sign Boadi. And this is what people are saying out there, which wouldn't surprise me at all. Is he thinking about a Real Madrid player and making it look that way? And he wants in the future, well, actually very soon, because there's very little time left in the transfer window, to approach someone from Real Madrid. We don't know the name. I wish it was Camavinga, but we said this won't happen. There's no player swap here. But first, one deal will be made and then another. But if they want Camavinga, even though we personally really like Camavinga and as a player for some time now, not so much. Here you go, with a bow and all, right? I think so. I think so. And then there's what Marca is reporting this morning, Joel Del Rio, who is the Marca editor that follows Real Madrid all year, which is that Madrid is standing firm with Vinicius. And of course, let's see, he probably has good information, but it's just common sense, absolutely common sense. Madrid has been saying for a long time, and it's not going to change overnight, that the offer to Vinicius is not that it's that they haven't changed anything. The offer is already made. And watch out with Vinicius. Remember how it was with Ramos. With Ramos, they said it's expired. It's expired. There were 3 months of validity for that renewal offer. With Vinicius, the renewal offer from Real Madrid, that one doesn't have an expiration date. It's like those canned goods we buy, and then, oh, when did I buy this? Let me check when it expires, and you see, oh, in 2032. Well, okay. Here, the thing with Ramos was like a bag of spinach that when you realize it, it's already expired. And with Vinicius, it's like a canned good. I mean, this, well, of course, watch out. It expires and it has to expire this summer. It just can't be any other way. And that's what Joel Del Rio is saying here. Look, Madrid doesn't want to alter its salary scale. Besides Vinicius, the contract renewal is so he can earn like Mbappe or even more than anyone else. I mean, Mbappe and Vinicius are the highest paid. What Vinicius wanted was a renewal bonus, or, well, first a higher salary until he gets what the other guy earns. The other star of the team, Mbappe, but Mbappe gets it in salary and then in a signing bonus. And Vinicius was asking, I don't care how you pay me, but I want to earn what the other one earns. And of course, in between, 2 years of reasonable sports performance, but not the best. And on top of that, a World Cup where he expected to improve his performance and he didn't. So now Madrid has the upper hand. We were saying, I think Quillo mentioned it the other day, and Quillo has good information about Vinicius, because when they made that video helping that kid, well, right, Quillo, he has a relationship with Vinicius's circle, so I think he has really good information. He was saying that, yes, he is going to lower his financial demands, but it's one thing to lower them to what Madrid is asking for, and another thing is to lower them to a point that even Madrid couldn't accept. So, well, let's see. Of course, in a month, you're going to sell Vinicius. Keep in mind that there are deals that happen like that, like the one with Casemiro, but the Vinicius one is very special. And Arsenal, they're saying from England that they might have already pulled out of that because they believe Madrid is going to give him a new contract. However, today they're telling us this. Well, it's going to be a busy month unless Vinicius accepts what Madrid offered him at the time, which is in Vini's hands. Hey, really, seriously, if you love Madrid, and Vinicius does, of course, but man, you're gonna get paid like the top earners, like the very top. The other guy gets his signing bonus and his salary goes up to over 30 million euros net. You're not going to get that because Madrid isn't going to pay you a renewal fee, a renewal bonus. What's it called? A renewal bonus. And man, stick with that, guys. Why do you want more? There might be someone who offers him more and he could leave. If that's the case, then it will happen. But come on, I think it's up to Vinicius to say, okay, I'll come down to earth, especially because the last few years haven't been as good as expected, and I'll stay here. I won't say Real Madrid is his comfort zone. I avoid talking about comfort zones since it implies someone is too comfortable, which isn't true. Still, you have the left flank. You know, it's true that you're not compatible or not very compatible with Mbappe. That's true. But man, Madrid wants you, and it's clear with the offer they've made you. And stay, damn it. But really, this has to end now because if not, Madrid is completely within their rights to say, hey, I don't want you to leave for free, kid. We'll have to sell you. Let me know in the comments what you think. All the best to you. Give it a like if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel. Please comment, share, hype up the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.